What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, back as promised with the final, well, let me not say final, but the episode before the season finale of Queen Sugar. This is season 4, episode 12, Here. How did we get here? Why am I here? I'm here for you. Okay, the episode opens with Blue and Ralph Angel cleaning out the closet or doing spring cleaning, and Ralph Angel discovers a package from Granddad to Blue, and he just kind of tucks it back off in the closet because I guess he's debating whether he should give it to Blue. Especially because Blue has a lot going on, you know, with the stress of finding out that biologically Ralph Angel is not his father. But, you know, I think it would be good. It would be refreshing. It would be a positive thing for him. In this episode also, their moment is interrupted by Auntie Nova's outside. Oh, shit. Nova, why are you over here? I was like, here come trouble. I mean, Nova, Lord help. She was like, you know, I heard you handed out second chances. I just thought maybe you would hand me out a second chance. I was like, honey, there's a big difference between your second chance and his second chance that you looking for, okay? If you had gone to prison and had not written that book, which I quite frankly find downright criminal, not in a court of law, but just criminal against your own family. But either way, you don't deserve a second chance, okay? But anyway, Ralph Angel tells Blue to stay away from Auntie Nova because she's sick and he does not want her to catch what she has, okay? Later on, plus with the way Ralph Angel was looking, he looked like he was going to beat the hell out of Nova. He told Nova, he was like, did you know Blue's in therapy? Did you know Darla had relapsed? No, I know. Yeah, Nova. With sisters like you, who needs enemies? So, yeah, thanks to your book, just like it was predicted, it caused a lot of chaos and destruction. Now, just because Vi and Charlie can, you know, be in a room with you, and Charlie particularly, she broke Charlie. Now she's working on Aunt Vi. But before I get into that, I'm going to summarize Darla and Ralph Angel. So later on, Darla finally gets up and out of the house and comes over and hangs out with Blue. And, you know, they're outside playing Frisbee. And then at one point, Darla comes in, and that's when Ralph Angel shares with her about the gift. And basically, he didn't say it, but I understand that he was like, I wasn't sure if I should give it to him because I didn't want him to be thinking about his granddad if that would affect him. Also, he shared with her about how Nova had come over looking for forgiveness and how he would not allow her to interact with Blue. And Darla's a bigger person than I am because once you have wronged me, it goes into self-preservation mode. And I'm sure that if I had a child, I would also be trying to preserve the integrity of that child. She basically said that allow your son, she was like, how long are you going to go on like this with Nova? You know, forever? And I want to say, hell yeah. I mean, she did the ultimate betrayal to me and the entire family. So Darla goes on to say basically that I want my son to be surrounded with love, and if he wants to be around his Aunt Nova, you know, just let him basically, you know, let's just move forward on this. You know, I can't stand it either, but, you know, that's our son, and right now he's going through, so if you want to hang out with Auntie Nova, let him. And then Ralph Angel was just like, I'm just not there yet. I'm just not. And I feel him on that. I have a similar situation going on in my life right now. There's just certain parties I just don't deal with because they've hurt me, and I just don't see any reason to talk to them at all. It's been ongoing for years, decades, and I'm good. Now, Aunt Vi stops by, not with a pie, but with something on her mind to Miss Dollar. Okay, to let her know that you telling that story and Jimmy Dale showing back up really fucked me up, basically, and it's affecting my relationship. And by the way, in the last episode, I forgot to mention this, honey, ain't nothing like black love. When you got somebody you love, honey, she was giving that man a bath and sharing with him the things that she wanted to do in order to release herself from dealing with Jimmy Dale. As a matter of fact, in last episode, we saw Aunt Vi has her groove back. Alexa, play. I said, oh, shit. Yes, honey, get it, Aunt Vi, okay? So Aunt Vi and Hollywood probably are back on a road to healing. As part of her road to healing, she tells Nova that she needs Jimmy Dale's address. And Nova's like, well, don't let me go. Don't you go without me. I'll take you. And then Vi basically was like, with all the shit that you've done, the least you could do is help. And then she was like, well, I will drive you. I'll give you the address if you let me drive you and you talk to me. She told me, I'll let you drive me, but I'll talk when I'm ready. Now, this car ride on the way, she basically tells her that she had no right. You didn't tell the right story. You wrote more about my trials than my triumphs. And I've overcome. I've left all that shit behind. I got my shit together. I'm doing the damn thing. And all you could focus on is the negative. It wasn't your story to tell. It was mine. And so Nova's just sitting there driving. Like, girl, what more did you expect? But you hard-headed, you just do what you want to do and don't care who the fuck gets caught in the undertow, basically, is what it is. But I'm glad that Aunt Vi did agree to let Nova go with her to see Jimmy Dale. Because, Jimmy Dale's still on that BS. And when she goes by to see him, he going to open the door to me, I knew you'd be back, gal, or something like that. I'm like, you don't get your honor and pompous ass, your cowardly, lying-looking ass on up out the way, beating on women like that. So he was telling her, you always didn't have no sense. And she tried to give him this box. And if y'all remember in a previous episode, Aunt Vi had a box of all the reminders of Jimmy Dale. The hospital stays, just all types of little nuggets and knackets you wouldn't expect anyone to want to hold on to. And so she thought by giving him the box, that would be the release that she needed. So he basically was telling her, you got everything. You got the house. You got this. You ain't shit. Blah, blah, blah. So he breaks it and then, kind of scared Aunt Vi, when he dropped this and just smattered the box, right? But Aunt Vi has a revelation during this confrontation. And she says, you know what, Jimmy Dale? You're the one that had to clean up to come see me. Look at your house. I got a nice house. I got the money. I got love. Honey, basically, God repaid me double for my trouble in dealing with your fool ass is really what Aunt Vi was telling him, okay? Meanwhile, Nova out there creeping. I'm glad Nova was creeping. Because there comes a young woman, Layla, Alana, or something, and she come with groceries, got bandaged. You can see she black and blue a little bit. Beautiful young black girl. And she's like, I'm sorry, Jimmy Dale. I'll get dinner started. And that's when Vi had the confrontation with her and said, you ain't got to stay here. I bet he did this to you. I bet he did that. Because 20-some years ago, the same thing happened to me. Don't let it, I got somewhere you can go. I don't have nowhere to stay. Vi like, come on, let's go. I like that. I appreciate that scene because if more women would give a handout, a genuine handout to help women who are downtrodden by life, we would be a better society as a whole. But he tried to come for Aunt Vi, but Nova whipped out that cell phone, was like, I'm recording your ass. Don't you take another step. I want to say, girl, do you really think that cell phone is going to stop crazy ass Jimmy Dale? But I guess he know about social media and such, so he didn't want to, seem like he was a bad man and all, But needless to say, Aunt Vi got this woman to a domestic violence shelter, and she told the lady that was running it, that if she ever tried to go back or if she, call me, basically. And she said once she got herself together, she told the young woman that she would have a job at Aunt Vi's diner. And I think that's commendable. I've tried to help a friend like that before in the past. Within a week, she went back to her abuser. But fortunately, now she is away from him. So, but I've been there where I will extend certain niceties to others because I don't want anyone to feel like they don't have anywhere to go. But Jimmy Dale was standing there in that yard. You come back in. You come back in. So anyway, Jimmy Dale, that just goes to show that really he's a coward underneath it all. Prosper has news for Charlie, and it ain't good, honey. They done told certain people they don't live in the parish, so therefore they can't vote. Later on, she has a meeting with campaign workers where it turns out they done moved the polls 10 miles down. And Prosper basically says, we ain't worried about this. We know how to do this. If we have to give rides to people, we're going to get on the phone tree and call everybody. We're going to give rides. We're going to do all this. This is going to work out. But before that, when Prosper was telling Charlie all of this, Francine Boudreaux comes back. What have you done to Jacob? What have you done to him? I'm like, what has she done? I don't understand his thing for you. I was like, have you seen Charlie? Well, we know you don't have any type of attraction to females whatsoever. She's a beautiful woman. You can't even see that. But she was pissed. And so Charlie basically told her, hell, it's not my fault. I just shook the family tree. It's not my fault what came out. I said, baby. And then Francine talking about, oh, she called her cousin Francine. Ooh, Francine looked like she was going to spit fire, y'all. I was like, ooh, that dragon is mad. Girl, calm down. You be all right. It's going to be all right. It's okay if you got a little drop of black blood. You know, the daughters of the Civil War, okay? You know, they might kick you out, but you be all right. But then Francine had the audacity to tell Charlie, well, you know, pride always comes before the fall, gal. And I was just like, Francine, it looked like your pride done came and you falling, because look what fell out your damn family tree. Your grandma black. I mean, what you gonna do about that, cousin? Just saying. So then these deputies come along, and then they basically are interrogating Charlie about the fire that happened at the Queen Sugar Mill. Of course, we all know that Charlie had nothing to do with that, but they tried to accuse Ralph Angel. They tried to say, well, Micah's been investigated for arson and all types of stuff. And so Charlie's like, you know what, we need to cut the bullshit. I'm wealthy. I got money. I ain't got to burn down nothing. It is no different. The way I do business is no different than anyone else in my industry in the first 2 years, okay? So she told the deputies, dismissed, you know, otherwise I'll see you with my attorney. And quite frankly, I don't know why they just won't call the feds and do something about the fact that they are violating the Voter Rights Act. Because that's a federal offense. I'm sorry. They need to do something, because that ain't right. Okay, Sister Kiki and Micah go to an art museum and they have a conversation, and I guess because of the prom night conversation, Micah's got some considerations to make. He's like, I really enjoy doing photography. I really think this is something I want to pursue, but he's not sure. They also talk about their relationship and how everything is going to be, while she's at Tulane and he's at Harvard. And she was like, well, we survived the summer, so we'll be fine. And, you know, we'll be back for holidays and summers and stuff. And, you know, we'll be fine. And he was like, people always say that, but they end up breaking up. And that's true. So maybe you'll just say our love will keep us alive, girl. And y'all can always come back together later. Just don't fall in love with whoever you're playing around with in college. But that's true. One thing I can say is that I am glad to see Aunt Vi and Darla moving forward. Health-wise, it's a good decision for Aunt Vi. You know, because you don't need to hold on to that bitter poison. So, you know, Darla came by the diner to see her, and it's a very different relationship dynamic than what we saw the first 2 seasons, because, you know, she was very angry with Darla for how she found out how Hollywood found her and Blue basically in squalor in a hotel where she was high and prostituting herself. Lord help. But they getting along. Nova and Aunt Vi are getting along a little bit better, you know. Nova and Charlie, of course, are getting along a bit better. They find out that Old World is really just a shell company. There's something called the Beckington Group, which hides behind a trust. It's a private firm, private family. And I said, sound like the Koch brothers to me, but okay. I said, well, at least Nova is using her powers for good. You know, those some roots you need to get through and find out what the hell going on. This graduation party, that's when shit hit the fan. That's when Charlie lost her goddamn mind and was ready to kill Mike. I said, Lord, help us all. Not only does Charlie have a surprise, Micah immediately, when he comes into the room, sits right with Aunt Nova. He loves his Aunt Nova. The boys just love their auntie. She's wonderful because, you know, she just is to them. They don't know the extent of what she's done. So Ralph ain't like, Blue, come back over here. Let's go to the bathroom. I want to sit with Aunt Nova. Get your little ass up and go and get daddy and told you to get up. So Aunt Vi tells him, you know, let him sit with his Aunt Nova. Just let it be. And he's like, oh, so just because you and Charlie on good terms with her don't mean that I have to have me and mine be on good terms or something like that. So he takes him to the bathroom. Blue is talking to him and basically tells him a story about how him and his friend got into it about a toy, and the mama said that their friendship was more valuable than the toy, so they were going to take 2 turns. It was playing video games. Because sometimes we have to be bigger than the situation. Like, that's an isolated incident. But either way, Ralph Angel softens and told him, you can go sit with your Aunt Nova. But Blue kind of told him, I already had plans to sit with Aunt Nova. I know, I'm going to sit with her now. I was like, okay, little boy, I'll get your butt beat. In addition, Micah gets this fabulous Rolex from his mom and dad for his sojourn to Harvard University. But Micah has some news that no one was expecting. Yeah, Micah said, I'm not going to be going to Harvard. I'm going to be going to Xavier, majoring in fine arts and political science. That's when Charlie hit the roof that said, hell no, you going to Harvard because you need these connections just like them Boudreaux and them Landry's got, and I'll be by God if you're not going to go. Too late. Micah says, I done already declined my acceptance and I've enrolled at Xavier. I said, baby. And so she was talking about all these connections. I'm going to be honest. In hindsight now, I really, really wish that I had gone to a HBCU. Honestly, my counterparts from HBCU seem to be doing much better than I. I went to what they consider a PWI, that's predominantly white university or institution, and I can't even get a job right now through my alumni stuff. I love my university. It gave me a great education, which sometimes is difficult when I'm working in a corporate world with certain people that just, it's a different type of learning apparently when you've gone to the University of Tulsa, and it's a great learning because they give you a whole new perspective on how to see things. I got my undergraduate in business from there, and I got my law degree from there. So I don't know, I just feel like a lot of my friends that went to HBCUs are better connected and are doing way better financially than people like me who went to a PWI. That's just an observation. And maybe if I had been an athlete, things might have been different too. But, oh well, here we are. But I think it would be good. But Charlie was looking at everybody like, y'all knew about this? Kiki was like, I didn't know. Nova said, I didn't know, but I think it's a good idea. I was like, shut the hell up, Nova. You just got in good. But that pretty much was the episode, and now we're going to sit back and see what this season finale brings. I'm so excited. These videos will probably upload post show, so for those of you who may have been behind like me, I hope you enjoy these, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode, the previous episode, and I will see y'all. I will be live on Twitter as always, tweeting, and you can always check my tweets. So other than that, I think Micah is doing a good thing so he could be in his community, helping his community through his pictures, sights, and sounds. I don't know. But if this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and share and hit a thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm trying to become famous YouTuber. Yes. Of the world, Craig. Of the world. No, I'm sure. Anyway, I've been Miss Sophia the Diva. Everything that I have going on will be down in the description. So hit a diva up from time to time. And as always, chin up, buttercups. The sun will come out tomorrow. I promise you. But in the meantime, in between time, stay fabulous.